Hello everyone and welcome from a rain-soaked Disneyland, or at least that's what it feels like. It's Disneyland. It's my first ever visit. Very excited to get to this park for the first time. It's got so many attractions that I've never done, unique to the Disney brand, including the Matterhorn, and Lincoln's in there. So we're gonna get a full complement of the vlogs for the 2 days that I'm here, today and tomorrow. I am going to be doing the park hopper, so I will be going back and forth between the parks. And as you can see, for my visit here to Southern California, we're getting rain, which is a very rare circumstance, all day and pretty heavy as well. Almost 30 millimeters is supposed to come down throughout the course of the day. So it's going to be a wet one here at Disney, but that of course is probably going to mean to some great queue times and a lot of re-rides. Almost to the point where I might not even need 2 days at this park. So we'll see how that works out on the second day, but we're gonna get in there. And another special addendum to today, personal to me, is that it's going to be credit 400 that I hit in only a matter of the next hours. So stay tuned for that to find out what I decided. I had two choices of what I wanted to do for that special moment or for that special achievement. And I think there's no other coaster that I should do at this park in order to celebrate that. So stay tuned. It's Disneyland, first day here in Anaheim in March. We also got Indiana Jones, which just opened last Friday as well, so we'll get on-ride POVs of that as well. Okay, I gotta end this intro. I'm getting reined in. We'll see you inside. I really think this is something that not many have gotten to see here at Disneyland, is a rain day at Disneyland. So here we go. If you're a fan of poncho fashion, you're gonna get your fix in this particular vlog, I'll say that much. Having just come from, well, I guess it hasn't been too long ago, or it was a fair time ago, 6 months ago. I was in the UK, enjoying those parks. I think you know what I'm segueing to here. At the end of the day, this little sprinkle is nothing compared to what we got, say, back home, or what they go through on a general basis at their parks. So we're gonna get a fresh look. But no matter what, I'm excited because we've hit the spot where the mouse. We're not going to waste any time because it's around 9:30 and the park is open for 16 hours today. Because of the rain, I decided to wait a little bit of time and get some extra rest before actually heading to the park. According to the app, which I have fully running as well, so I'll give you an idea of the progress of that. I don't think it's going to really affect today per se, because I do anticipate, and it sounds like most of the staff feel that the lines will be low today. Of course, this is the street where Mr. Disney's office is located. I'm sure we'll go and have a quick look at that building later on. As we hustle to our first big credit here, I think some of you are going to be surprised by what I've decided, but I will give a context to why that is. By far the best part about this already is the fact that most of these people do not like rain. They are not happy about it, so they're all kind of underneath the people mover. Shout out there. They're not afraid of the rain. They're getting rides in. I feel like everyone's kind of, you can see like couples and I'm presuming locals that are just like beating their feet on the pass, getting some rides in, because yeah, I guess it's a seldom opportunity you get to take advantage of that here at Disneyland. It's gotta be. But that's besides the point. Our first attraction is just on the right here, and that would be Space Mountain. Credit number 399 coming up here. And it looks like it's closed. For those of you that prefer like the higher quality video, I apologize that I have to shoot on my phone for a short bit of time while it's raining here. Space Mountain is closed. That's kind of frustrating. It's only temporarily closed, so we'll be going back to that. But that means I got to go to all the way to the other side of the park now in order to get a different ride in, or a different credit in first before my 400th credit. All right, they're making it. I should have gone to Big Mountain or Big Thunder Mountain first. So I knew it was on a 5-minute queue. The first mistake has been made today. You gotta stop and make sure that everybody gets their photo. Be very respectful of that. One thing about being in Disney is that everyone is generally that way. Guests and all. It's nice being in a park that now your behavior is being monitored outside of more recent incidents of unfortunate encounters. We all know what we're talking about here. All right, I've done a slight change of plans here because based on advice of one of the most famous vloggers, I'm going to do Peter Pan first, and then we're going to Big Mountain. I'm not gonna lie, it's gross out here. And yeah, a lot of the indoor attractions, Pirates is on a 5-minute wait, which isn't bad. But I'm gonna do a foolish thing, and I'm gonna go on Splash Mountain right now. Very happy to be experiencing Splash Mountain here at Disneyland for the first time in its original configuration before it no doubt is due for the next version, or the Princess and the Frog makeover. You're like, why is this guy doing this now? Well, you know, I'm already completely wet, and if it does break in the middle of the day, I'll be able to dry off. I'll have this one done already when it might get busier. I will not lie, I'm rushing around here trying to get as many rides in, even though I've only got one in so far. Poncho Life. He's 100% marathoning Splash Mountain today. You gotta respect this guy. We'll see if he's actually gonna be on the ride still when we get off. Also, an FYI to myself, there's a single rider queue for Splash Mountain that I did not take into account. Let's do this.
For your safety, just stay safe with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside a log. And be sure to watch your kids. Have a zippity you get all right.
you could. Everybody's got a laughing place. Maybe this one is
done. On-ride POV and all. I just confirmed that guy is actually marathoning it all day today, so maybe we'll catch up with him later and find out how many runs he's done. But respect to that guy. So hello, if you just happen to be watching this vlog. We're off. That was a fantastic ride. It's the best log flume in the world. Let's not kid ourselves. And really, farewell, Briar, or Brer, which way you call it. It was a bit sentimental and sad going through that ride, thinking that soon it's not going to be quite the same as it was. Because yeah, that show scene at the end is fantastic. Woo, we got really soaked too. I'm soaked all the way through on the short drops inside. Those are the ones you got to worry about. The main drop wasn't that bad. All right, it's still coming down, so we got to go hopefully into an indoor attraction maybe. I will admit, it doesn't even matter. I'm completely soaked through now, so I'm more comfortable because I'm just like wet instead of half wet. So yeah, it's all kind of molded together. We're on our way. Sorry?
Like, are you sure you don't play video games, Andy?
You notice the soundtrack has changed. Now I think that this is actually the line for rides, which wouldn't surprise me considering it's 20 minutes indoors. This might be something I do tomorrow. Might be something I do later on tonight. I'll probably do it late in the day today. I'm not gonna kid myself. I've got tons of time at the park today. I'm certainly not waiting in a line for 2 hours outside in the rain. So just to give you an idea of what people do on a day like today when it's rainy in Disneyland, because it's pretty rare, but I'm sure this is about at least an hour and a half. We're about to find out in a second though. I of course will do this version before I leave the park, and I hit it on the nail. 90 minutes, which considering the downtime of this ride sometimes, I would not risk this downtime. The Star Wars area is got some differences to the Orlando version. It's definitely not as vast. Yeah, it doesn't have sort of the scale and scope I find of the other one. Even though this area is exactly the same for sure. I stand to be corrected because this area next is the main one that kind of gives you that impression, but because it's all indoors here, we've got quite the... Rotisserie via jet. We do have a single rider here, just like in the Orlando version, however, so guess what? We're just gonna take advantage of that. We're here, right? Let's do some Smuggler's Run.
Yes, you're right.
Standby is 25 minutes. I've actually not done the standby version and the line, so you know what? I'm going to do the regular version and experience that for the first time.
You don't have to take off your console now, but when you get on there, please take off your console.
We got a little bit of water problem here. They're clearly not. The amount of puddles on the ground, you know that this place does not get wet that often.
Guard, this is Malta. Pick up the car. Guard, here, go ahead. Why hasn't the cargo been loaded into the freighter in Hangar 15? And sell this beer. What? Well, I have to plan my vacation days, and I can't decide where to go. Guard, we don't get vacation days. Of course we do. I've always wanted to check out Canada Live. Maybe with us a few credits. There is no way the condo is going to give us vacation days. Oh, I think he has to. Transport Solutions is about one thing. Making condo money. How does he make money if you're betting on Fabian's mom? Well, I'm pretty sure vacation days are part of the employment package. Where do you stick to work? The only way you get time off is if you're fired. See? There it is.
Okay, we are off. It's kind of up in the air now because obviously the rain has stopped, so I haven't really made a decision on what to do next. Maybe a 400th credit. We'll see how long the line is over there. It is only supposed to be like this for 3-4 hours, and then it's going to start raining again. So we'll see what we can get accomplished before then. But already, we've only been in the park for an hour, and we've got 3 major rides already done. So yeah, no complaints whatsoever. Already a great day here at Disneyland. It's a bit of a magic moment when the sun breaks out right after the rain here. Okay, so since we're here and the sun has broke, maybe it's because it's fate and now we can get our 400th credit. I don't want to set it up because I have a feeling I'm going to be setting up for disappointment here. Was told that the teacups would not run in the rain, and I was not deceived. It's time for credit 400, and that is the Matterhorn bobsleds. The classic aerodynamics roller coaster, revolutionary for its time. Cannot wait. I've been wanting to ride this ride pretty much since I was like 2 years old, and here I am almost, I don't want to say how long it's been, but it's taken a long time to get here, and now here we are. Credit 400. Very excited. Matterhorn bobsleds. Let's go for a ride. Definitely going to record this one.
Keep your hands, arms, feet and legs inside the bobsled. And be sure to watch your children. Auf Wiedersehen.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado con el cinturón de seguridad ajustado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tobogán. Y cuide a sus pequeños.
seated with your seatbelt fastened. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
Jones is on a 40-minute wait. I'm here for at least, even with a break, another 12 hours. I am going to California Adventure at some point today. I just anticipate that it's not going to be that long, say later in the night, so I'm not going to waste my, this is the only nice time of the day. I'm going to spend it outside as much as I can and dry off. The train just happened to be at the station, so we're on it now and we're off to Toontown. I think we're gonna go and see the status of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. That's the only section of the park that we haven't explored so far. We'll see. I'm probably gonna do a little bit of walking around, to be honest, and enjoying some of the lesser popular attractions for now. I just don't know how to plan for the day because I've already figured out the park and now it's about getting as much in as I can, and I got a full day tomorrow as well, so we are off.
To those just joining us, welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. To ensure a safe ride, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train, and please watch your kids.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
We're now entering Splash Mountain, rumored to be the location of the one and only Laugh-In Place. If you look real hard, you just might find it. It's where the critters are celebrated, and speaking of critters, this place we're passing over is home to a whole bunch of them. Here in Critter Country, you can join Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Brer Rabbit, and Brer Bear on their fun-filled adventures. As we steam past Hungry Bear Restaurant, the last outpost in these parts, we're now joining up with the rivers of America and entering the frontier as it looked more than a century and a half ago. This is my favorite part of the journey. Around every bend, there's natural beauty as far as the eye can see. There is the revered Indian shaman, sharing his stories with those in the Great River Valley below. People like you have been riding these rails since the 1800s, traveling through nature's wonderland in a matter of days, rather than the months it used to take by mule or stagecoach. Steam power not only fueled these iron horses, but the dreams of a whole new generation. Some of those dreams, and the stories that went with them, were pretty darn wild and downright unbelievable. Like on Big Thunder Mountain, where I hear that mysterious spirits have grabbed hold of those mining trains and turned them into the wildest ride in the wilderness. signals our transition from the frontier to another kind of gear. The ones you'll find on Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Our next stop is Toontown Depot, official train station for Mickey's Toontown, a cartoon home where Mickey, Minnie, and all their friends live. Toontown Depot is also the gateway to Fantasyland, where you'll find many of your favorite Disney animated characters and stories. If you're leaving us here, please wait until the train comes to a full stop. Remember your personal belongings, then step carefully from the train. Have fun, and say hi to Mickey and Minnie for me.
As we pull into the station, please stay seated till the train comes to a full and complete stop.
Okay, and we're kind of back where we started now, but we're back to the entrance of Toontown, and if you had heard that announcement, it just opened a couple of days ago, so let's go check it out. I have been on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway in Orlando, so definitely check out that vlog for the POV, etc. of my impressions of that particular attraction on the first go. I'm not so sure we'll be able to do it right now because it's a brand new thing here in the park, so I'm anticipating a big wait. It's just a 30-minute wait, which isn't terrible. There is another credit in this park that I believe is yet to open, although the rails have certainly, it certainly looks like it had been running at some point. Well, that's some weather we're having here. We're gonna now head out of Toontown and back into the main part of the park. And as you can see, I got my shades on because it's now starting to warm up quite so much. Let's get on. I don't even know what to do now. Hopefully maybe the Matterhorn, single rider, line, queue, whichever you want to call it, has opened. If not, maybe we'll go to California Adventure. Stay tuned.
Attention sponsored riders. You will soon be embarking on a thrilling race down the icy slope.
Baby. Woo! Alright! There we go, man! There we go! Woo!
Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened.
400 and 401 credits done. That was wild. That was beyond anything I would have expected. So fast. Just like undulating, you don't know what to expect next. That first run on the first track where we actually were racing was fantastic. The second run we didn't actually race with the train, but that train on this side of the track was much faster. That was crazy. That was exactly the kind of ride that I like. Tight, compact, lots of unsuspected turns, crazy, you know, the drops don't need to be massive, they just need to be fast and unassuming in the sense that you don't know what to prepare for next. So yeah, that was the full package. I love that ride. That's going to be one of my favorite Disney rides of all time. It's definitely going to be in the top 10. And now that I've been to so many Disney parks, I'll probably have to do a list as well. 401 credits. Before I leave today, we'll probably be around 405. And I think we're at about noon now, and I've ridden everything except for Space Mountain. So let's get over there, and then we're probably going to do California Adventure after that. Also, if you notice, the rain is starting to return here, which I'm kind of happy about because I didn't want this park to get too busy when the sun broke out. So it looks like it's going to stay within the range. And also, I got on that ride before it closed for the rain too. So perfect. Definitely want to get back onto it, but we're going to go back into the park and get some other stuff done before we do that. Has promised a screen, so let's see what we got.
That's all you really got? That's all you really got?
So we got this or what? Sorry in advance.
She's driving.
Yeah, I call first drop. One is two drop. First drop. there. It does have a single rider queue, so it's very convenient. It was about a 10-minute wait even with the single rider. Fantastic Space Mountain. I think that might be the best one. It reminded me a bit of the Hong Kong version. Those of you that are a little bit more Disney experts will correct me, I'm sure, about whether or not that is a carbon copy, because I believe that the one in Tokyo is a mirror or is the exact same version as the one here, but not the Hong Kong one. I'm not entirely sure, but I do know that those ones, including the one in where did I go? Orlando, also has the Star Wars layover, which the original kind of Space Mountain disco effect is what you really want. I did do Space Mountain in Orlando many years ago when it had the asteroids on the ceiling and stuff, which I definitely liked, and I'd love to see a return to that at that attraction. Fantastic Space Mountain. Can't say enough about this park. Really having a great time. It's only almost getting on to 12:30, and I've pretty much done every major attraction except for Indiana Jones, which is temporarily down. So we're gonna go and check it out, see if it's open. If not, we're gonna go to California Adventure and get in some rides over there, because it looks like with the single rider queues and everything, I might have both of these parks done in one day. Who knows? We'll see. Let's get on.
Now some of the folks might be a little bit smarter than I am, bigger and stronger too, maybe, but none of them will ever love you the way I do. Just me and you, boy, and as the years go by, our friendship will never die. You're gonna see it's our destiny. Cause you got a friend. A friend in me.
That's going to be the end of part one of this vlog, as I'm now going to head over to California Adventure. Indy's closed still, and some of the other queue times are getting a bit longer because the park is definitely getting busier. However, it's going to rain again in a couple of hours, so that's definitely going to change things later on. So join me for the second part, which is just going to follow this, because the other vlog for California Adventure is going to be a separate video. So definitely tune in for that. Just for now.
Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Everyone, goodbye, Belle. We'll see you a little later, Belle. Goodbye. Now, Belle is one of my favorite Disney characters, absolutely. And it's this is a question I have for you, Dan. I mean, do you guys have a